So I woke up this morning to see this thread. This man went on a date with a woman the night before, and this was his take on the experience. I took this young lady to dinner last night. The date was absolutely amazing. She was beautiful, our conversation was great, and the vibe seemed perfect. I left happy as hell, like a kid in a candy store, thinking to myself that in a world full of, quote, low vibrational women, end quote, I finally found a good woman again. I texted her, assuming we felt the same, and her response caught me off guard. But how could you no longer be interested, yet be ready to accept money? I should send a date refund request. What did she say that caught him off guard, you may ask? Well, thankfully, he attached a screenshot of their text conversation following the date so everyone could see word for word what was said. He's in blue, she's in black. He says, "Hey, I had an amazing time with you the other night. We gotta do it again." She says, "Yes, I enjoyed it as well, but..." He says, "But?" She says, "You look different in person. From your pictures, I expected you to be more fit." He says, "What do you mean? You can tell by my pictures that I'm a big dude." She says, "I mean, all I've seen was pictures of your face, and I really liked your smile. You didn't look big to me in the pictures. I thought you had a more swole body type. I'm honestly not attracted to big guys. Although the date was nice, I'm not interested. I'm okay with being friends." He says, "Damn, wow. What's your Cash App though?" And she lists it, but I took it upon myself to block it out. Then he follows up with, thought you weren't interested." Now, typically when I see these types of posts, I already know what I'll find in the comments. But this time I was pleasantly surprised that instead of a bunch of dudes being on his side, as per usual, it appears that most of them weren't. Eddie Schmurphy says, "She told you why she wasn't interested. Very transparent. I swear that's more than most men get. There will be another beautiful woman that's interested in getting to know you. This isn't going to help your chances, though, if I'm being honest. Borderline catfish or not, it makes you look sassy and not in control of your emotions. It's her loss, bro. Don't be bitter. Move on and do better. Posting her whole Cash App is diabolical." Jack Wild 008 says, "Corny. Go to the gym." And the OP actually responds to him and says, "I'm down 260 pounds, bruh. Come again." I Am True Spirit 99 says, "Nah, fam. She was straight up with and respectful with it. Hit the gym, playboy, and never have this happen to you again." I did also take a few screenshots of what the women said, and they weren't on his side either. Only one Lori says, "Judging by your reaction, she dodged a bullet for real." It's Yen Lara said, "You requesting her Cash App just to see if she would accept money just reassured why you guys are not a match." The Tamara Coleman said, "Asking for her Cash App was passive aggressive, because what was the point?" And Poestakari says, "Asking for a refund on a failed date is lame and screams broke vibes. If you're going to feel a type of way over it, then don't date. She's not obligated to continue to date you just because you paid." To be fair to the OP, he did attach some full body photos of himself that he says that were on his dating profile. So, according to him, she knew exactly what he looked like, even though he does look like he would be a smaller person judging by his headshot alone. If I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt in this situation, it makes her accusing him of body fishing that much stranger. Nevertheless, some other people in the comments made some great observations. I'm Just Meek said, "What's crazy is men have done and do this to fat women all the time. But who's ready for that conversation? Men love to say that, well, it's because men are visual, as an excuse to explain why big women aren't their preference. But let me not go there because men are way more sensitive about this topic than women are. Also, you should be grateful that you're not aesthetically pleasing to her. Why desire to be with someone who can't or won't love you just the way you are?" Star Quality said, "This is the side of social media that I don't like. She could have ghosted you, but instead she let you know that she was not interested and why. Instead of just counting your losses, you chose to create a negative narrative about her and air her out on all social media platforms. Very immature. I wouldn't be surprised if no woman goes on a date with you after this." Mine Sitting Pretty said, "I think you're looking for a gotcha moment because your feelings are hurt. Don't go out like that. I'd respect the honesty even if it's rejection. I'd also vet a little more. I'm going to assume you guys didn't FaceTime or video chat much. I'd video chat first, then a meet and greet, and then a date if you're meeting people from online." And Watch Me Shop on Sale said, "You asked for the Cash App though. I'm confused at your response." And the OP replied to this person saying, "It was to request a date refund, but I'ma hold my L though." Of course, there were also people telling him that the cheaper / lowest effort route would have been the better option. As shown by Naked Black Poet 2, saying, "Exactly why I request coffee or smoothie days for a first date. I don't want any backlash if I don't like you. If we happen to go on a real date and I realize I'm not a good fit, I pay for my portion of the tab. If he gets butthurt afterwards, that's on him. The date cost you nothing, big dog." And we can't forget the classic "she's a gold digger / food digger" accusations. As you can see by Coco Butter 81's comment, "This just pissed me the F off. She knew what you look like. She just wanted a paid meal and some funds. Old trifling heifer. I can't say what I want to. You will find your person, friend." Another little interesting tidbit of information that was revealed in the comments section was that the OP has 5 children. Yes, 5. EO Knows says, "So hold on, you have 5 kids?" And OP responds, "I sure do. 2 sets of twins with 1 woman, my ex-wife." Even though it's great that the children all have one mother and she's an ex-wife, that still doesn't negate the possibility of the woman he went on a date with not liking that fact about him. I mean, even in his Threads bio, it just says father. There's no mention of how many children he has. And as far as I'm concerned, that is something that people absolutely need to be clear about. So it's possible that he may have done the same thing on his dating profile. And like someone else in the comments said, maybe she disliked something else about him, i.e. the number of children he has, much more than his size, but didn't want to tell him that. Who knows?